We are at Pintastic 2019. I'm Mark Morriso, and here today are also
Calvin Watts the third
and
Ian Kingston.
And Kat and James are volunteering this weekend, so they're somewhere in the building. We are in Sturbridge, Massachusetts for Pintastic. Calvin, this is your baby, so tell us all about Pintastic.
So this is the 5th year that Pintastic in New England has been going on. It's been 5 years at the same location. It's gotten bigger and better each year. Right now, you're probably having a problem hearing us because we're in the free play area, which is the meat of Pintastic. Yeah, exactly. What? So there are over 200 machines in here. Pinball machines, arcade machines, video machines, everything from the 1930s up until like the newest pinball machines of today. It is a lot of fun. It's very family friendly, which you're going to see again today. I know we point this out every year, but this is my baby, like you were saying, and I have an absolute blast. It's your first time here.
It is my first time.
And it's Ian's first time here.
Yeah.
So you're going to finally get the chance to see exactly what I am talking about.
All right, Ian, what do you think about this thing so far?
Pretty cool. In fact, some of the stuff behind me is probably way older than I am. Maybe not older than you old fart, but some of the stuff is pretty cool. It's like a piece of history with us. So, I'm pretty excited to get to play them, see what's going on, and get to interview some pretty awesome people.
All right, lots of fun. We're going to enjoy interviewing people and playing some pinball and video games. So let's check out Pintastic 2019.
All right, Pintastic New England 2019. It's been 5 years. We're at the Sturbridge Host Hotel, Sturbridge, Massachusetts, and I am here with the founder, the man, the master, Gabriel D'Annunzio. Gabe, how's it going?
Good. Has it really been 5 years? That's hard to believe, I guess. When we were setting up the other day, it seemed like we were just broken down, but the year goes by fast, and that's how this pinball thing really works.
I found as the older you get, the faster time flies. I'll have you guys know. See? Yes, that's an inside joke. So 4 days this year, so you would try to expand. How did that come about?
We wanted to do 4 days. Last year we did the Sunday, and it seemed to work well. And this year, I think Sunday will be, people will leave the games here for a little longer and keep them here on Sunday, and we'll have a bigger turnout for Sunday. More fun is more pinball. It's good for everybody.
So we have a few changes this year. The extra ball room, you got some. You had limited passes. They sold out pretty quick, so you got other stuff going on. Obviously, the big push is Jersey Jack's Willy Wonka, and you got some celebrities. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, the VIP lounge. Extra ball lounge. It's a big hit. People love it, and I had a feeling that was going to happen. This year was going to sell out quick, and it did 2 months before the show. So, we're moving to next year. We're moving to Boxborough, the Regency in Boxborough. The VIP room be a little bit bigger. Maybe we'll do some more VIP tickets, and people seem to love that. So, but yeah, the hotel is going to be bigger, more square feet. It's going to be a nicer hotel. They're going through a renovation right now, and everything's a little bit closer over there, so it's all great for pinball, great for Pintastic.
That's good, and it'll be about the same time next year, around the end of June.
Yeah, same weekend next year, and we look forward to next year. But now we still got to get through 4 days here, and we got the Willy Wonka kids coming, Veruca Salt, Mike TV, and Charlie Bucket. So that's a big draw. I think I've got a lot of positive feedback from that. A lot of people calling me about that, and the hotel's been sold out for almost 2 months, so that's it was a test. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it works, and we'll move on from there. Maybe we'll do it every year, something different.
Which is really good. I know you have a really good relationship with Jersey Jack, so I'm sure that helped out. Have you had the chance to look at the machine yet?
I played the machine. Yeah, I've played it. I played it in Texas. No, I played it at not Texas, but Allentown. And we're going to have at least 3 of them here, maybe 5 on free play. We'll see. And trying to work my magic, of course. We'll see what happens. But it's all good. It's a great machine. Jersey Jack builds a great machine. We always support Jersey Jack. We support all the manufacturers. But Jersey Jack was there from the beginning. Jack and me are good friends. And, I'll never forget what he did for me to help me start the show. So that's where that stands.
Which is absolutely awesome. So here's a question I haven't asked you before. So you're somebody that doesn't know anything about pinball. So you do. Recommend one pinball machine that somebody who has never touched a pinball machine before should try to figure out why they would love it.
I guess that's question is more of a question that what's my favorite pinball machine. So I think Wizard of Oz is a machine that touches all different levels of people, family, kids, adults. It's packed with all kinds of great stuff. It was Jack's first game. It was his dream. He wanted to throw everything in the kitchen sink in there. That's still to this day my favorite machine. So I think that if it's intro to pinball, I would say Wizard of Oz.
And that's one of the things that really sets Pintastic apart from everything else is the fact that it's family friendly. I mean, yes, you have a lot of adults here and people are going in and buying into nostalgia factor, but the fact that you have a lot of stuff for kids and younger people, and it really makes it something for everybody.
Yeah, we've always wanted to bring in the kid element. You know, we bring in the clowns, the magicians, the balloon animals, character artists, and face painting. People will come for that, and then they'll play the pinball, and they'll love the pinball. And, we try to make it an all-inclusive package. Everything's free once you come inside. And, we brought in the Crave Candy this year, Candy Lady. We brought in different vendors for different areas, which, we're expanding a little bit other than pinball, which is great.
Well, I know you are extremely busy. As we are taping now, we're getting ready to opening up on Thursday, so I will not take any of your time. I'm looking forward to next year with the move. Dude, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for being here every year.
All right.
I am with Peter Ostrom, who played Charlie Bucket in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Hi.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. Now, what an iconic role you had playing this part. How did you get the part to begin with?
I worked at the Cleveland Playhouse in Cleveland, Ohio, and that was one of the theaters that the casting agency from New York contacted, and my name was given to them as a possible Charlie. I was in the right place right time.
Nice. What was it like working with Gene Wilder and some of the other actors?
Gene Wilder, Jack Albertson, wonderful people to work with. They were pros. I was a rookie. They kind of took me under their wing. They were very good to work with.
Now, how old were you when you had that role?
12 and turned 13 during the making of Willy Wonka. So we're coming up on our 50th anniversary.
And where was this movie filmed?
In Munich, Germany.
So I always thought it was in England or someplace like Great Britain.
No, yeah, Munich, Germany. Yeah.
Now, what were some of your fondest memories about making that particular movie? Is there one part that stands out in particular?
Probably working with Jack Albertson. Here's a picture of Jack and myself, and Jack is, he was my partner in the film, and he was wonderful to work with, very patient, and so probably my fondest memories working with Jack.
So what was it like squeezing into that bed with all those people?
Well, actually, I didn't have to squeeze in. They were there, but I didn't have to. But it was a very tight room, very tight set, as I recall.
And what about the other kids that were in the movie? Did you get along with most of them?
Yeah, absolutely, we all did. We were all the same age. We came from similar but different backgrounds, different areas of the country, and different theatrical backgrounds, I should say. But they were very easy to work with. Good.
Now, after the movie was done, did you move on to other roles? What else have you done since then?
A few other things in Cleveland, but then took a different direction. I'm a veterinarian now, have been for 35 years. So, yeah, different career. There's not very many childhood actors that are successful as adult actors. So I think I probably made the right decision.
Now, tell us a little bit about your family, where you live.
Sure, I live in upstate New York. I have 2 children who are now adults, a daughter that lives in Texas, and a son that lives in Vermont.
Well, thank you very much for interviewing. I appreciate it. And it's the 50th anniversary of Willy Wonka.
Yeah, 50th coming up in 2021. We made it in 1970, released in 71, so close to 50.
Yes, I was 11 years old in 1972, so I remember this movie fondly, too. Okay, thank you very much. Let's see what else is going on at Pintastic 2019.
Okay, here at Pintastic 2019, and we are with Julie Dawn Cole. Do not even. otherwise known as Veruca Salt from the classic cult film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Julie, how are you today?
I'm doing very well. My energy levels are flagging. I flew out Thursday. Today is now Saturday, so it's been a long 2 days, and I fly back again tomorrow. To the UK, that is.
So let's talk a little bit about your character, Veruca, and why is it such an important part of Willy Wonka?
Gosh, why is it such an iconic part? I don't know. Everybody likes the bad girl, don't they? They just, people come up to me and go, oh, we loved you. We hated you, loved you, hated you, loved you. But so it's fun. It's fun to be the bad guy.
Absolutely. So when did you get contacted when you found out that they were going to make a pinball machine based on Willy Wonka, and to see if you wanted to have any way of promoting it?
We did a convention here, which was the first time in Boston. That is, first time we'd all met with Michael Bullner, the director, and everything. That was about 20 years ago, and we were brought out here by Gary Summers, and then he contacted us and said, "Hey guys, they're doing this pinball thing, and do you want to come?" So we said yes.
Yes, I'm very familiar with Gary Summers. Really, really eccentric guy, but a really, really awesome guy.
Thank you, Gary Summers.
So I see you've written an autobiography called I Want It Now. This looks awesome. Why don't we talk a little bit about this?
Well, a few years ago I was approached, would I write my memoirs by a guy called Michael Esslinger, who's written lots of great books on Alcatraz. So if you're an Alcatraz fan, check out his books, Michael Esslinger. So we wrote it together. Because he's got more experience of how to put a book together. I had none. But my mum had kept all the letters I wrote home, so they form the basis, really, of the memories, and they're all reproduced in the book with my descriptions of what happened, what went on, writing back to mum longhand by pigeon post.
So I know you got to play the pinball machine, and it was really cool. I freely admit I took a picture of you, Peter, and Paris playing, and I put it on my Facebook, because this is something you don't see every day. So I kind of geeked out like that. What did you think?
I love it. I mean, it's totally addictive. I'm useless, but I think at the end of the day, my reflexes aren't quite so good. But I think when I move into my care home, which won't be long, I'll have one of those in my care home.
Now, is there any productions, anything that you're working on lately that you can talk about?
I've retired from show business. 12 years ago, I retrained, and I work as a psychotherapist with cancer patients.
Wow, that is awesome. That's really, really good. Good for you. You must have some stories that you can't talk about.
I have many stories that I can't talk about. But so, my real day-to-day, Monday to Friday job is tough and sad very often. So that's why I like coming and doing the Wonka stuff, because it's my bit of madness. So I step on a plane and I'm someone else, and I step off the plane and I'm back to being a psychotherapist.
Okay, so if anybody wants to learn anything more about you, if they want to purchase your book, do you have a website that they can go to?
I do. It's and I can't remember what the hell it is, but it's juliedawn.co.uk. You can get me on Twitter at Real Veruca Salt. I've got an Instagram. I think I'm Julie Dawn Cole, the original Veruca Salt, something like that. You'll find me.
Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us for a few minutes. I hope you enjoy your rest of your stay at Sturbridge.
Thank you.
Hey, it's James here at Pintastic 2019. I'm with Paris Themin, who played Mike TV in the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory film that was released back in 1971. So, how have you been enjoying Pintastic?
I have been enjoying it. People ask me if I play a lot of pinball. Actually, the last time I was playing a lot of pinball was about 1980 Black Knight. Do you know Black Knight?
Yeah.
The first one, I guess there's more than one. So I can't pretend to be a major pinball dude, but I am a board gamer. I'm a board game geek. Do you ever talk to those sorts of guys? European economic games, war games, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we do. Risk, and there's Warhammer and things like that too, and other role-playing and
Carcassonne.
Carcassonne.
So I think your guy behind the camera is a little closer to what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Carcassonne, Agricola, Terraforming Mars, that kind of stuff. So it's not pinball, but it is gaming and it is geekdom.
Yeah, that's great.
Sure.
You were also in an episode of Voyager, weren't you?
I was. It was called Virtuoso. It was a planet where the people liked the holodoc, or they were in love with the holodoc because he sang opera, and they were looking for people who looked like Robert Picardo, which, So, and after I was done shooting, I found the comm, and I spun around on it, and I said engage to myself and took some pictures and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Cool. That's a great connection to have with Star Trek and everything.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's speaking of geekdom. A lot of this started with Star Trek.
All right. So then, what have you been doing lately with your career, your work?
Gee, this is lately. Okay, here I'll plug Wonka Pops, as in Funko Pop vinyls.
Yes.
Wonka Pops is my website, and I have stuff that's signed by me and the other 4 Wonka kids. So that's a these days thing. I'm here at Pintastic. I go around to the Alamo Drafthouse movie theaters around the country with Julie Dawn Cole, who played Veruca Salt, and we do sort of Wonka parties. We actually go to 18 cities in 18 days, so that's a busy couple of weeks. I have a photography business. I do something at Chiller Theater a couple times a year, which are fan and celebrity photo ops. And so these days I'm actually kind of in this world a lot.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Like Chillers in New Jersey and stuff like that. And touring like that is great. You know, get to meet the fans and things like that.
I do. We meet a lot of people. Actually, it's about 4,000 attendees every year that see the film and listen to our Q&As. Or is it Q's and A? I think it's Q&As. Yeah.
All right. And so what did you think of the Willy Wonka pinball machine?
I think it's really excellent. I don't have to pander or exaggerate when I say that although I don't know that much about pinball, it's clearly a state-of-the-art machine. It has a lot of cool tricks, and it's very deep. Again, I'm tempted to not get too deep into the technical explanation of why I think it's good, because I will no doubt sound like a guy who doesn't know what he's talking about. But it's particularly fun for me to hear myself and friends of mine do the vocal call-outs and the little video sequences of me being in it. So I'm definitely into it.
Yeah, I'm new to pinball myself, but playing that one has been a lot of fun this weekend.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
It's like you don't even have to pretend it's fun. It's actually fun, right? Yeah, it's good. So I'm working on getting better at it.
Great. Well, thank you for the interview. I hope you have a great time.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Okay, Pintastic 2019, and I'm here with Chuck Norris. No, it's not the Chuck Norris, but it's still the Chuck Norris. And he is the guy behind lightedpinballmods.com. How you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Now, this is your 3rd year at Pintastic. I do remember I talked to you a couple of years ago, but you have one of the cooler vendor booths here because you do modifications for pinball machines, and you have some really cool stuff. But you got something really cool this year that kind of caught my eye. And as we're taping, we have people in the back going like, wow, look at this stuff. So you're doing holograms now. So talk a little bit about that.
This is our new Ultimate Topper. It is a 3D hologram LED fan. It's 18 inches across. It takes 224 LEDs that are in the blade itself. It spins at about 1,500 RPMs, which makes the 3D hologram.
And you can not use it as just a topper for like a pinball machine. You would also say you have like a wall mount, so if somebody wanted to display it as like a picture in somebody's home, you could do that as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we do offer 3 different mount versions for the $249 price. It gives you an 18-inch stand, a 16-inch stand for your lower ceilings, as well as the wall mount. If you just want to do the wall mount with it, then you go with the $199 unit. It gives you just the wall mount, and they will come with a protective plexiglass shield that goes over the front to keep the little fingers out of it and whatnot.
Now, we are going to show you some footage of kind of what we're talking about, but you got to realize between camera speeds and whatnot, it's not going to come out and look as clean. Think of it as kind of like a helicopter effect when you see it on camera, but it does not do justice as to how realistic and how vibrant it looks. I mean, it is really jaw-dropping. So, what else is going on at the show for you?
We're doing well with the toppers. We've got a lot of good reactions with it, but we also stock many playfield mods for your games. as well as lighted speaker panels and plasma pop bumpers. Those two entities are what we started out with in about 3 years ago with doing, and the plasmas and the speaker panels. The speaker panels do very well, especially on the Bally's, because it's lighting up a graphic that's never lit up. Very easy to do, very easy to install. We now have stern wood and metal boards available with vinyl layover, as well as WPC 95, which we're working on now.
Okay, and if people want more information about your products, it's lightedpinballmods.com, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We also have a YouTube video, Lighted Pinball Mods, so you can take a look at some of the videos we have for our new topper that are on there. We've got about 30 videos. We're working on getting up to about 500 videos done.
And people are going to be able to do their own custom images at some point?
Yes, yes. It does come with a software. It will transfer your images into its information. Like if you're using a JPEG image, it'll transfer it over into its information. It already comes with the software to do that. It's very easy.
That is incredible. I've been doing this a long time. It is not many things that make my jaw drop anymore. This is one of them. Chuck, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us for a few minutes. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh, I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
All right, Pintastic 2019. We're in the middle of a very busy game room. All right, what's your name?
Andrew.
And how old are you, Andrew?
11.
And where do you live?
Near Hartford.
You forgot where you lived? What's going to happen when you go home tonight? You're not going to know where to go. You live in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your name?
Nathaniel Bundy.
And how old are you?
12 years old.
Okay, now, we're at Pintastic. We're interviewing these fine young gentlemen. Why did you come to this convention today?
So my parents could sell some pinball machines, make money, and it's a lot of fun.
And why did you come to Pintastic today?
Because pinball is fun.
Okay. Now, what is it you like about pinball? Like, because you guys can play games on your phones if you want to. Why do you come to Pintastic and play all these great games instead?
Because it's even better in real life. On the digital, it's just not that much fun. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Now, do you guys have a favorite game that you've played here so far?
The AC/DC game in the VIP room.
All right. Okay.
I like Simpsons. I like Simpsons and Guns N' Roses.
All right, sounds good. Now, did you come to last year's Pintastic also?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Did you get like a fancy T-shirt and stuff like that too?
Oh, no, last year.
You guys just come here to play all the pinball games.
Yeah.
Okay, now, you want to say hi to mom and dad or anything while you're on camera?
Hi. Hi, Papa.
Now, do you have any brothers and sisters or anything? Like,
Yeah.
you don't have brothers and sisters?
He does too.
You can say like, I'm on camera, but you're not.
Get wrecked, Cheating.
All right, so these are two really cool guys that are enjoying Pintastic. Let's see what else is going on in this convention. Thank you very much.
Yay!
All right, nice job. Okay.
Okay, Pintastic 2019. Boy, we're just meeting people left and right. So I'm with Frank Lindenmuth from TNT Amusements. I hope I said that right. How you doing today?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Now, normally you would be up here because you're basically Todd Tucker's right-hand man, but unfortunately, he had a medical issue and was not able to attend, which is really unfortunate. But however, at your seminar, you were able to Skype with him, and it was a really interesting seminar because you were talking about repair, more specifically, if people had like repair questions that you could answer them, and unfortunately only got a couple of ones, but you still, as always, and it's one of the reasons why you guys have such a big following with your videos, you make things fun and interesting. So let's talk about a little about your seminar and how that came about.
Well, what ended up happening was I wanted people to really come to Todd with their big problems, not basic stuff, not that any question is stupid, but so much simple stuff can be found online if you just Google it. Something that's been hammering you for a long time, or just anything if you wanted to really just pick Todd's brain. We only got a couple of questions, and they were from friends. So the one question was about EEPROM burning, and I figured I'll just elaborate on that because we actually had a game that was down for almost a year because of an issue with EEPROM. There was, you'll see in the seminar. So I wanted to talk about that. What are the advantages of buying ROMs that are already done or just trying to do your own? Each one has its advantages and disadvantages, so we talked about that. And I kept it short because I figured people would want to talk to Todd or hear about how he was doing. So the Skype did work out, fortunately, and we were able to get him in, and he could at least participate. And we always try to keep it fun. We're going to pick on each other all the time.
Oh yeah, and you can see that. You know, there was no quarter given, and it doesn't matter if he was over in Pennsylvania. You guys were going back and forth, and that's part of the reason why. And you guys have been doing videos for a long time, and that's why you have such a huge following. People are like, oh, TNT, which is really awesome. But you have your own website in addition. So why don't we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, my website it's noquartersarcade.com. I have my battery boards for sale. They replace your AA batteries, so you don't have to worry about leakage. They last a long time. It's simple. It's the best thing you can do for your game. But I also do blogging, and I don't do it as much as I'd like to, because a lot of times I'll document problems that I found and figure out people might find this information interesting or useful, so I try to post about that somewhat regularly. And then I'm going to have the seminar, the PowerPoint slideshow, and probably notes from that seminar, so anybody that missed it can follow up with it.
So this is your third year at Pintastic, which is a little bit different from, say, like some of the bigger events like Allentown or Chicago or Texas. What is it about Pintastic that's different, and what makes you keep coming back every year? I knew it was going to flub sooner or later.
I like the shows like Allentown are interesting because you kind of go, to me that's just like a one-day thing. Pintastic and Chicago, you stay in the hotel, there's seminars, there's game reveals, you're talking to manufacturers and designers. It's a little bit more in depth, and that's why I like to come back. I've never been to Texas. I do have a room booked for next year, so I plan on being there.
That's awesome. Now, Willy Wonka just came out. Did you get a chance to try it? What do you think?
About 4:30 this morning, I was trying it out, and I enjoy it. See, the thing is, I'm not a player. People think, oh, you must be great at playing these games. I'm not. I'm an under-the-hood kind of guy. People think, what do you think about that left scoop? I'm like, it's okay, I guess. I mean, I can't play to save my life. But I enjoy working on them. And then if there's a game, if there's a theme that I like, and I can spend some time with it, then I'll get more involved. Like Circus Voltaire is my favorite game, and I haven't been able to play mine in a couple of years because I have it in storage. But when I got to play that game and really learned about the rules, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed Wonka, but it would be nice to be able to play it just by itself, without other games, without other noise, so I could really just study it and learn about it. But I think it's a great game.
That's really awesome. So TNTamusements.com, you can catch him, you can catch Todd, and if you haven't seen any of the videos, you really should. They're putting up new stuff like all the time. Like you just finally, I'm going to chide you guys a little bit of it, but not really you because it's not your fault. You just put up Pintastic's last year's. I know it was a big doing.
Yeah, all of the video putting up is Todd. I just shoot the footage and run my mouth. That's it. Anything else, that's on him. So yeah, but it's been slow the last month just because of his surgery and stuff like that, and it'll start picking back up again. And then I have, like I said, my website where I don't do any videos. A lot of people think, oh, you really should do videos, but I don't think I could keep up with it. I mean, I just have so many things going on. I don't want to start a video channel, have 2 or 3 videos up, and then that's it. And then people will be disappointed. So I just stick more to the writing.
No, I completely understand. Frank, thank you so much for taking the time to spend a few minutes with us. Enjoy your rest of your stay at Pintastic. I know I have an open invitation from Todd and you to go and visit TNT. Yes. Just like I've been saying, Jersey Jack's been inviting me down to tour his factory for like 5 years. I'm really hoping this is the year. So at some point, we'll run into each other. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay, we are here with Matt from RageTiltPinball.com. Now, we interviewed these guys last year at Pintastic 2018, and they were so cool, and their product is so cool. And it's not just pinball tees that they do. They actually have a live stream on Wednesdays where they play pinball, and they just shoot the breeze, and it's really, really cool. Matt, how's it going for you?
It's going great. It's going great. Since last year, our stream's really taken off. A lot of people coming and watching, and we've got new clothes, new products, stickers, all that stuff. And it's all, I mean, for us, it's the love of pinball. If we can come out to a show and pay for the trip by selling some stuff, we got to come to a show for free. Fortunately for us, we're doing well, so I can't complain. But it's been going fantastic.
Which is really good, because I remember when I spoke year, you only been doing it for a little while, and you know, it was just kind of like taking off, and you were hoping to see that it was going to do well. You're obviously back, so it's obviously doing well enough for you. So talk a little bit about exactly for the people that haven't seen us, you know, show last year, about what you guys are and what you guys do.
All right, so we're Rage Tilt Pinball. You can visit our website at ragetiltpinball.com. We do a couple things. So the first thing we do is we do T-shirts, which you can see behind us, buttons, stickers, koozies, you know, all sorts of little tchotchkes TVs that you can use, that are all pinball themed. What is kind of unique about us is that our stuff is really pinball themed. If you're not into pinball, you won't understand most of it. We've got a shirt somewhere in the back, that says "Fight the Power." Anytime I wear it, we got a sticker of it. Anytime I wear it, people think I'm afraid of the Illuminati. They have no idea that it has anything to do with pinball. We make a bunch of pinball stuff. But then in addition to that, we have some a presence on YouTube and a presence on Twitch. We do a weekly stream from a place called the Pinball Gallery in Malvern, Pennsylvania. They've got about 75 games there, and they change the lineup fairly frequently. So every week we set up on a game, we play it, we talk about the rules a little bit, we interact with the people in the chats, things like that. It's a good time. And then every once in a while we'll go out to tournaments and do big tournament streams. We've done Allentown, and we've done we'll go out to Rock Fantasy in New York and things like that. Just anything, if it's pinball related and we can either put it on a shirt or put it on a video, we'll do it.
So I'm either going to look like I really know what I'm talking about, or I'm really stupid. Fight the Powers from Twilight Zone. Tell me I'm right.
You got it. Fist bump me. There we go. Fight the Power is from Twilight Zone. It's actually also in a bunch of other games. The specific one that we have is, it's got that all-seeing eye pyramid that's in Twilight Zone. But the power's also in, if you ever play Addams Family, when the magnet turns on, it's called the power in the middle. So it's just a little tongue-in-cheek reference to that. Yeah.
So Chris was saying that you're going to be doing something new with your upcoming streams in a couple of months. What are you guys going to be making? Add-ons, changes? What's going on?
Yeah, so we're going to keep doing our regular weekly stream, which is just playing games and showing people games. But we're going to start doing a couple different things. One is we're going to start. We're going to call it Glass Off. We're not nearly good enough like some of the big shots are, where they'll do tutorial videos and they can just make every shot. We can't do that. We're not as good as them. But we're going to start doing some Glass Off tutorial videos that says, hey, if you're playing this game in a tournament, you want to try this strategy or this strategy or this strategy, and just roll that ball around and show people what they would need to do, and then put a couple games on the game, just playing it regular. And the other thing we're thinking about doing is actually something similar to this, where we would do a pinball specific, not a podcast, because we like video stuff, not that I have a face for it, but we like video stuff, so we might start doing like a monthly video show where we just talk about stuff on video. Yeah.
Hey, dude, I hear you. I'm the same way. I get it. Believe me, I get it. All right, so RageTillPinball.com if people want to get more information. Yep. And you're on Twitch, you're on Mixer. What do you want?
So Twitch, you would go to twitch.tv/RageTillPinball. But if you want to find it, just go to RageTillPinball.com. We've got all our links there. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all. I don't know. Everyone else handles that stuff, the social media, but we're on all of it. So RageTillPinball or RageTillPinball.com will get you where you need to go.
All right, Matt, as always, thank you for taking the time to speak with us for a few minutes. I know you're busy. You just went playing in a tournament. How'd you do?
So if I'm at home playing by myself, I do fantastic. When I go out to an arcade, I do fantastic. The moment I'm either on the stream or in a tournament, I just, I won't use the words that I use, but I do very poorly. I do very poorly.
All right, man, as always, thank you for taking the time to spend a few minutes with us. Enjoy the rest of Pintastic.
No problem. Thank you very much. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.
All right, I got to tell you, I am always looking forward to speaking with Dan. This is one guy I've taken the time with to speak with every year. Dan Spolar is the guy behind Project Pinball, which is a nonprofit organization that helps get pinball machines in hospitals, children's hospitals, and really helps promote both the pinball community and help sick people. And it's just something that's really, really cool. So it's my 5th year at Pintastic. It's your 5th year here. Dan, how's it going?
It's going perfect, and it's always a welcome to see you guys as well. We love coming back to this show just to see people that we met over the years. It feels like our pinball family, so we're having a great time, me and Maggie.
Okay, for those of you who do not know or have not watched the show before, talk a little bit about what Project Pinball is all about.
Well, we place pinball machines in children's hospitals and Ronald McDonald homes across the United States. We started back in 2011 with one broken machine that was local to our children's hospital. We've seen the benefits, how therapeutic and how beneficial it can be to the patients that are there, their siblings, and the whole family. So created this idea to make it happen across the United States, and that's why we travel so much every single year during June and July to make this happen.
Okay, so why don't you update on what you have been doing this year so far?
Well, we got a big road ahead of us. We're going to be on the road for 47 days. We're going to travel over 10,000 miles. We're going to visit, I think they said, like 27 states. But more importantly, we're going to dedicate 7 pinball machines. So we're super happy about that. These dedications are entrenched in the Love Across America tour because it makes it so much more accessible, and it keeps the overhead down so we can place more and more pinball machines. So with us being at these shows, we try to base the dedications around the shows to keep the cost down on everything. Spread awareness, but, get work done too.
So, describe when you go into like a children's hospital, you dedicate machines, so you have like these children that are there, probably haven't seen like a pinball machine before. How does that go, and how do they like seeing one and playing one for like the first time?
Well, a lot of times if the kids are in the lobby already, they just turn and they start staring. We have kids approach the machine wanting to play it in the lobby before we could get it set up. So you could kind of imagine how the room gets. We have people in the rooms with their kids in there, and the families are there, and we have our guests, and we do a small dedication because we don't want to hold the kids back. Once we cut the ribbon, they just charge the machine, and they're fighting for the first play on the machine. But to see them light up to something that they don't recognize, it wasn't part of their lives before we placed this machine, and it's the same feeling that I had as a child, the wonder of what this machine does and the amazement once you find out, how entertaining it could be.
And it's really great that Pinball has really seen a renaissance over the past few years. I remember talking to you at the first Pintastic, and how it was just kind of like smoldering a little bit, and now you've just had the explosion of like barcades, and the nostalgia factor has really kind of kicked in, and it's really great that you can see how a new generation is coming in and being able to enjoy this stuff.
Well, that's how I got into this. I played when I was a kid, and all of a sudden I gravitated back to it. And it was after Williams Bally closed their doors, and everybody thought that pinball was going to go into a decline. Stern was the only manufacturer there. They weren't really producing what a lot of people wanted, the collectors wanted, including myself. And we were fearful that pinball was going to cease to exist in the mainstream. Then all of a sudden, there was new competition that came in and sparked a new interest in the community, and we have these machines that kind of leaped with the technology and advancements, which brought in the next generation. And to see it go from just pockets of game room collections to mainstream barcades, full out arcades, and being included in different venues out there as a form of entertainment, back to the movie cinemas, which is good to see. And I think that's such a positive thing for something that I love, and a lot of these other people, including yourself, would agree. It needs to come back. It needs to live and breathe again. So I'm super happy about this. And with what we do, we even introduce it to the next generation, because they're going through some dark times, and they're going to remember the bright spots of that dark time. And when they have the means to do so, and they see a pinball machine, I'm sure that they're going to gravitate to it, or maybe purchase one for their family. So I think it's a plus all the way around.
Absolutely. So if you people want to get more information about Project Pinball, it's projectpinball.org, correct?
That is correct. And plus, we're on Facebook. We try to be super transparent. You can find us on Facebook. We're always posting wherever we're at. Like on this tour, we give a daily update of what we're doing and things and sites that we see. So it tries to make it interesting, where people, if they're trapped at their desk, and that's been described to me by a person and saying that they're living through our eyes. And it really, really hit me saying, wow, we are doing something that people could enjoy. So if you are trapped at your desk and you want to see what we're doing, or maybe get some ideas to come visit Pintastic and some of these other shows, I encourage it.
Which I certainly do, and he's absolutely right. And it really is a joy to see the updates as you travel around the country and see what you guys are doing for the community.
Well, thank you. We enjoy people coming up, and seeing friendly faces and kind words go a long way with us.
So Dan, thank you so much, as always, for taking the time to spend a few minutes with us. And I will see you at Pintastic 2020. Wow, that sounds really weird, doesn't it?
I can't wait to see the new venue. I heard good things about it, so I think bigger is better.
All right, let's see what else we can get into here at Pintastic 2019. And I am with one of my favorite people that I've met over the past 5 years. I try to make it a point to talk to him each and every year. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I don't. Jersey Jack Mornini, how you doing today?
Good. I bet you say that to everybody, right? Favorite person?
Sometimes, but no, you're actually up there, because pinball is really near and dear to my heart. I've been pushing it for a while, and a lot of people are just like, pinball, kind of like, what's that? But it's kind of, we can lead off on that, because when we started doing this, and Gabe started doing Pintastic 5 years ago, it was kind of like going out on a limb. You would just come out with the Wizard of Oz, and it was just you with one table, and it's just stirring. And in the past 5 years, there's been a real resurgence with pinball. You got tournaments popping up everywhere. You got clubs popping up everywhere. More so than ever with streaming, with Popper on the internet. Yeah, barcades like everywhere. And now it seems like everyone is doing like a convention or something. So talk a little bit about that.
Well, you would have thought that I actually knew this was going to happen, the old saying, the best way to predict the future is to create it, right? So, starting a pinball company, getting other people motivated. There's a lot of people here that make all kinds of mods to pinball machines. A lot of really young people here, children, young people, women. It's a great crowd, and I see that more and more all over the world. Everywhere I go, pinball is growing. So it's really nice. It's kind of like somebody said to me, it's a golden age of pinball again, where there's a lot of pinball machine choices, companies, a lot of product to buy, and we're happy to be leading that. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, there is definitely innovation going on. I know when I walked into the vendor room, there's the digital pinball mods, and they had the hologram topper with all the different stuff. And plus, I was just reading an article. I guess there's this some guys that have developed software. I know Stern's doing like something in addition, but ways to hook up like pinball machines and everything from like electromechanical machines up to like the newest stuff to like the internet, so they can record scores and stuff. And it's really great, the innovation. And yes, you have been a big part of that.
Well, I'm not taking credit for it, but I'll say that we were doing something when there was only one other company doing it. So we're really happy that a lot of people are doing it right now. I think, as they say, a rising tide lifts all boats. So I think it's good for the whole industry. It's good for the hobby part of it. It's good for the commercial games. A lot of game operators around the world that are friends of mine. They're operating a lot more of our pinball machines now. We've lowered the price. Yeah, that's okay. It's not a big deal.
So let's talk a little bit about that. So Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, based on the classic 1971 film, you just had a coming off production off the line this week. So it's your fifth table. Talk a little bit about why you decided to do that as a table.
So when I did Wizard of Oz, I kind of said to Warner Brothers, what do you have that's like Wizard of Oz? And the only thing like Wizard of Oz was really Willy Wonka. And they didn't even have all the actors signed up, so it took them some time to sign up all the actors to get all the rights. And as soon as I could get the title, I got it, and we started working on it, and there's the amazing game that we have. So we're really happy with how it is. It's beautiful. I haven't heard anything but rave reviews, people playing the game, all the animations, all of the light shows, the sound, the music, clips from the movie. Everything really tells the story of Willy Wonka. So, at this show, we're lucky to have 3 of the Willy Wonka kids here, and they've been blown away seeing the game and playing the game. So I know it's really great.
Oh, I freely admit when I was helping out and volunteering earlier, getting the chance to see all of them like playing the pinball machine and asking different questions and just acting like little kids, and it was genuine enthusiasm, and that's something that pinball can do. Now, Pat Lola designed this one. Is that correct?
Yes, he did. Pat, Pat has a very characteristic way he does his games. Shooting it, the first ball, anybody that played any of his games, very familiar. Very smooth, very comfortable, very satisfying, a lot of fun.
Now, you've been a big supporter of Pintastic, if not their biggest supporter, definitely one of their biggest ones since the beginning. With the move next year to Boxborough, I'm assuming you're going to be going along with them?
Yeah, I heard it's further away, so I'm not
too much.
He's trying to work this show up to Boston or Maine or something like that. I don't know, but wherever Gabe goes, we'll follow. We'll be there. When Gabe decided to do the show in the beginning, he called me up and he said, should I do this thing? And he was looking for some encouragement. And I told him, absolutely do it, and we'll be your first sponsor. And I think he's done a great job. And he has a good team here, and it's a family show. There are other things here aside from pinball. There are a lot of vendors with other things that are related game-wise. So I see everybody having a lot of fun.
And I'm going to leave you with the same thing I pray to do every year. I know I have a standing invitation to go and tour the Pinball Factory. I'm going to really try to make it this year as the year. I know. You be quiet over there. Jack, as always, I really appreciate the time that you've taken a couple of minutes with us. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of Pintastic.
And I appreciate everything you do and your team does, especially for pinball. I know you're involved with a lot of different things. This is your love and it's your passion, and it's really great having you support it and promote us. Thank you.
Oh, you are most welcome. All right, let's go see what else we can get into.